So let's talk about the 3 books that you recently read.
Blue Ocean Strategy by Chan Kim, Free to Focus by Michael Hyatt, Black Rednecks and White Liberals by Thomas Sowell. And I'll talk about these. So Blue Ocean Strategy, I've read it before. I reread it. It's great. It's a great book. It does make you think. There's a lot of bloody water out there. So Blue Ocean Strategies on finding new and blue oceans. Free to Focus, probably actually, out of all the time management books that I've read, this is probably my favorite. It was fantastic. It's because I like books that are like practical. Give me the bullet points, I'll go implement. Free to Focus is that type of book. And he has a fantastic planner to go along with it. Kudos to Kristen Ewan with PMW. Thank you for that recommendation and for sending me the planner. And then, and then my favorite economist, probably one of the brightest minds of our time, Thomas Sowell, wrote this book about 10 years ago, Black Rednecks and White Liberals. Fantastic breakdown, factual, statistical type of breakdown of the Black community in the U.S. and kind of the outer control of the white liberal in kind of the political realm. So it's a fantastic book. It's a long book. It's probably 14 hours on 1.5 or something. I don't know. So fantastic book though. Tony, go for it. What you got?
All right. So the last 3 books that I read, and a lot of these I read on the trail. So sometimes I'll read them twice. I'll listen to them as I'm running. The most recent one that I just finished was called The Dream Manager. And it's all about, and it's a little bit woo-woo and fluffy. One of my clients had recommended that I read it. She was reading it. And it's really about engaging in your team members' goals and keeping their private interests separate, but realizing that everybody that works for you is just like you. They all have dreams, they all have goals, they all have things that they're working for, whether or not they can see how to get them. And it's just about, if you can create engagement, even if you don't know deeply what those goals are, if you can create engagement and realize that they're trying to use your company as the vehicle to help them achieve some of their goals, you create more loyalty, more allegiance. They're willing, if they buy into your vision of where you're going in the company, they attach their dreams to it. So it reduces turnover. It increases your profitability because you don't have the turnover costs. People also care more because they've attached their dreams to your vehicle to get there. So yeah, it's a really great book.
Kind of a spin-off of is it Zig Ziglar that said, if you help everybody get what they want, they'll help you get what you want. Kind of a spin-off that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And again, some of our hardcore spreadsheet huggers may not like this book just because it's there is some warm and fuzzy to it, and it's not just how do you analyze a spreadsheet, but I found it to be really valuable. The next book was From Strength to Matthew Kelly was the author of that, and then the book I finished right before that was From Strength to Strength by Arthur C. Brooks. And that's basically about as we age or as we stay in an industry or have a job for a while, our ability to come up with new ideas sort of softens, but yet our ability to take the ingredients that we already have and create something much more powerful. We're able to interconnect unrelated things to come up with a better solution. And it's a really great book on how, when you first get into an industry or you first have a job, you're all about trying to find that one spark, that one thing that is going to make a difference. And the longer you do something, you're able to create these seemingly unrelated things to create something great. So I really like that one too. And then the last one was Brendon Burchard, which is the 6 Habits of Growth. And it just talks about everything that you need to focus on to be able to grow, whether it's in your personal life, your business life, your relationships. And a lot of them are common sense, but again, if you're not thinking about them, they just don't seem obvious. But once you know about it, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. How can I engage with those things to make my dreams and my realities, my goals, all of that more possible?
Nice. That's great. So
Yeah.
you liked all three. So you had the Dream Manager. I'm just going to reiterate the Dream Manager, From Strength to Strength, and the 6 Habits of Growth.
Yeah.
Nice. That's fantastic. Well, this has been like super fun. Like, some good banter. We'll call it a wrap today. That's pretty darn good agenda. It's funny how we talk, we just flavor it.
Trying to make sense of finding shapes and
I heard the saying from Jim Rohn that it says,
textures.
have you not heard of this really cool company called Peloton?